Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam everyone. Today we are going to take up the Ganapati Prarthana. I think that was one of the things which some members had asked. I would just like to tell in advance. See, these Vedic chants are from the Vedas, and the grammar of the Vedic Sanskrit is slightly different than what's now normally used in what's called classical Sanskrit, which we have been learning mostly. Generally, people don't tend to teach it like a classroom Vedas, but I am attempting to do something. Hopefully, Swami will guide. But I will explain to you. Means we really cannot understand the full meaning of the Vedic mantras, but to the extent possible, we will cover. There is some degree of meaning which we can understand, so we will cover until then, until such point in time. Okay. I think I will just read this first. So it's Ganapati Prarthana. Ganapati Prarthana. Okay, this is the second letter in the Tha Varga, so it has to be aspirated with a little extra air. Otherwise, the two words are simple. So this is the chant which every Vedic chants generally we would have heard people recite. So I will just go over. I have put the accents. You can see here. These are signs. These are signs which identify the accent which those letters have to be pronounced with. But I don't want to go into too much detail into that. When there's a line, horizontal line below, that means the pitch has to be low. There are three levels because we usually use Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda chants in Swami's organization, and that those have become very popular, the South especially. So this style of chanting is Yajurveda style of chanting, especially Krishna Yajur. Even within that, there is I would say one school. Okay, Gana na nam, Gana nam. Okay, Gana nam. That's the way it is chanted. Gana nam tva Ganapati gum. Ganapati gum. Okay, it should be pronounced as gum. No, many people pronounce it as gum. It is actually gum. Ganapati gum. Havamahe kavim kavi. Kavim kavinamupa mashra vastamam. Kavinamupa mashra vastamam jeshta rajam brahma nam brahmana sparta ana shunvan no tebhisida sadhanam. So this is the way the Vedic chant goes. This is not supposed to be a Vedic chanting class, but I just wanted to highlight this to you, because if you are trying to read a Devanagari script from a Sanskrit book, this is what you will see, and that's the way to pronounce them. So this is a double Dirgha Swarita, it's called. Okay, so I will not go into those details. I think that should be dealt with in the Vedic class. In this slide, I have given two versions. This version is what I just read through or chanted. This one, as you can see, doesn't have the accents, and there's one difference between this, which is highlighted there. Here the gum, here it's tim. Okay, this is just pure Sanskrit. This is how it is written in the Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda style of chanting. You may ask, why is this different? I just wanted to point out, it is not necessary for our class, but you may have a question, what is Tigum and what is Thim? So I just wanted you all to understand what it is. Okay, let's take this Gananam Tva Ganapatim. Okay, this is there, no, at the top. There's a dot at the top, which is an Anuswara. When this Anuswara is followed by a word which either starts with A or Sa or Ha or R, then this Anuswara becomes Gum. Okay, Gum. Okay, that's the way it is pronounced in Krishna Yajurveda. That is why you will see sometimes Gum coming in Krishna Yajurveda chants, but it is nothing but the Anuswara which is transformed into that. And this Gum also sometimes in Anuswara also sometimes becomes G. I will deal with that when we do Shivopasana mantra, because there is one place there's G coming. There are many people who say how it should be pronounced, this Gum and so on, but I don't want to dwell on it today, because that's not the purpose of this session. But I just wanted you to distinguish that. Okay, so this Thim in Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda chants becomes the Gum. Okay, Ganapati Gum. Whereas if anyone else, any other school of thoughts, or any other school of Vedic chants, they will chant it as Ganapatim. Okay, I just wanted to point that out, so that you see, oh, Thigum is what we chant, you are going to talk about Thim, what is the difference and so on. Just a piece of information for you all, so that there's not confusion. Okay. So now I have taken the one without the Gum, and then that's how we are going to study it. Okay. I'll first start with this mantra which we are chanting is seen in the Rig Veda. Okay, this is a Rig Veda mantra which is chanted even by the Yajurveda Pandits. Okay, but the mantra is actually from Rig Veda. And Rig Veda, there are 10 mandalas, and each of these mandalas have what are called anuvakas. Mandala, it's further divided into anuvaka, and within anuvaka there are what are called sukta, which is a collection of mantras, sukta, and within that there's a mantra. Okay, Rigveda, mandala, anuvaka, sukta, and mantra. In this case, this mantra happens to be in the second mandala number 2. I have given here is 2. Okay, mandala 2, Within the that mandala 2, Anuvaka, the third Anuvaka, 3, Anuvaka 3. Within that, this is the 23rd Sukta. And within that, this is the first mantra. Okay. So, in Rigveda, there are 2 styles of classification also. Some of you may read somewhere, so you shouldn't. So, this is the Mandala Anuvaka Sukta mantra classification. Then there is another way of breaking down the categorizing the same mantras. There are 8 ashtakas. The entire Rigveda is divided into 8 ashtakas. Samhita. Okay. Rigveda Samhita is divided into 8 ashtakas. And each ashtaka has adhyayas. And each adhyaya has what I call varga. And within the varga, there are mantras. So there are 2 classifications, both cover the same mantras. Okay. But many Brahmin tradition, they will follow the Ashtaka Adhyaya tradition because it's apparently easy to memorize and you can easily refer to it by memory. Whereas this is by subject, what is covered in each of the mandala, each of the Anuvaka and so on. So it's a slightly different classification. It is just for information purpose I'm referring to this. Okay. Just so that you understand. Then now we will look at the mantra. So you can say. So if you listen to the Rigveda Brahmins who are chanting from Rigveda style, their chanting will be much different than what you listen from a Krishna Yajurveda chanter. Okay. Each of them is a different school of chanting, and depending on the guru from who you are learning, people follow that. Okay, this is just introductory remarks because there may be questions and doubts you may have, so I just wanted that to be cleared. Okay. So now we will read it and look at the word-to-word meaning. Gananam tva ganapatim havamahe kavim kavinamupamashra vastamam. Kavinamupamashra vastamam. Jeshtha. Look at this ush, which is a cerebral sha, sh, and tha. This is the second letter in the ta varga, so it has to be with extra air. Okay. Jeshtha Rajam, Jeshtha Rajam, Brahmanam, Brahmanaspata, A na Shrunvannu, Shrunva, Shru, Shrunva, Innu, Shrunvannu, Tibhi. Sida Sadhanam. Okay, this is just watch this bha, it's the 4th letter in the pa varga, a little bit of extra air. So I'll just read it again. Gananam tva ganapatim havamahe kavim kavinamupamashra vastamam. Jeshtharajam Jeshtharajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anah Shunvannutibhi Sida Sadhana. Okay, so we will look at the meaning. Gananam. Okay, that's the first word. I've given the meaning as belong to the ganas, of the ganas. Both the meaning. If you show an object and the book apostrophe s, uh, apostrophe s in English. Ganas, plural. This gana nam, let's look at what the simple word. I thought I will just spend some time. The singular word, just a plain simple word is ganaha. Okay, I've given the meaning also as gana. We will go over that later. Ganasya means of the gana. Okay, of the gana. You belong to somebody belongs to somebody, so something like the ganasya, something that belongs to the gana. Like if I will give another example, Rama is Rama. If there's a bow which Rama uses, you will say Ramasya Dhanuhu, Rama's bow, or bow of Rama, or you can say bow that belongs to Rama. Okay, bow that belongs to Rama, or bow of Rama, or Rama's bow. Okay, so there are three ways of saying the same thing. That means that belongs to Rama. So they say Ganasya means belongs to Gana. Okay, of the Gana. Okay, something. The plural of Gana is Ganah. Ganah. This is, you can look at the second letter Na is Dirga, longer. Okay, Ganaha is singular. Ganaha is plural. Okay, so for the plural, whatever belongs to the plural is called Gananam. Okay. So if you can use the word Balaha, I'm just giving another word. Balaha means a small kid. Balasya. Okay. Here you would say Balaha. And here you would say Balanam. Okay. This belongs to all the boys means Balanam. Okay. Kandukam means, for example, a ball. So this ball belongs to all the boys. Okay. Balanam. So something like that. Okay. So this Gananam Twa. You who belong to the Ganas. In Tamil, we will say, I'll just for, because there are many Tamil people, Ramanudeya, Ganangalunudeya, that's the meaning. Otherwise, Kanangalinadu, something like that belongs to. The second word is Twa. Okay. I put the word you and I put object. This Twa is also in classical Sanskrit, it's usually Twam. Okay. Tvam means you, Tvam means you, Twam means object you. Okay. How it's in Tamil, I will translate it. For example, let's take Ganesha. Okay, you are going to meditate on Ganesha. Okay, so you will say Ganeshanai Dhyanikare. Ganeshanai Dhyanikare means I is added in Tamil. In Hindi, I think there may be a few people from the north. I'm not an expert in Hindi, but you use the word Ka. Ganesh Ka Pujan Karte or something like that. So that's the second vibhakti called when the Tvam becomes Tvam. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay. The next word is Gana Patim. I could have broken this, but there are two words actually. Gana and Pati, and then there's the Okay. So Gana means Ganas. Pati means Lord. Is added to make it an object. Okay. Lord of the Ganas from an object perspective. Okay. In Tamil, if you want it, Ganangalunudiya Talaivanai. That's the meaning, it would say. Ganonka, I think, Natko, something like that in Hindi, I guess. But I don't want to attempt too much. Natka. Hava Mahe. Sairam sister. No.
Sai Ram, brother. I just wanted to understand more about the belongs to Ganas. Ganas. What is Ganas means? Can you give me a little more explanation on that, please? Thank you.
Okay. If somebody tells Swami, Swami, you belong to the devotees. Okay. When somebody prays to Swami, you can say, who do you belong to? You belong to all the devotees in the world. So that's what it means. Swami belongs to all his devotees. Okay. So you can see Bhaktanam Swam means for one who belongs to all the devotees. Okay. When we look at the meaning, you will understand, I hope, the full meaning, sister. See, I will come to that and then we'll discuss this further.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Hava Mahe. Okay. Hava Mahe is the plural of it's in the, I don't know, in Sanskrit, the verbs take on the, from the verb itself you can understand whether it is who the subject is. Okay. So I think we may have covered it under see, the thing is, I will just give an example. If I call somebody, because the hava means, let's just use, I'm just going to use the meaning call. Okay. I call you means this word will be have. This verb will be have. Okay. I call you means in Sanskrit it will say aham tvam have. I call you, I am calling you. Okay. Aham tvam have means I am calling you. Okay. But here instead of aham means one, I. Vayam means we. Okay. So Vayam, so when you want to make the entire sentence plural, you will say Vayam Tvam Havamahe. We are calling you. Okay, we are calling you. So, somebody you call, your child, son or somebody you call, they are not responding. Then you will say, you call out the name and say, I am calling you. Can't you hear? Okay, something like that. Okay. That is the meaning. Okay, Havamahe means I am calling. So what this basically means, I have given a simple meaning. We invoke you who belongs to the Ganas and the Lord of the Ganas. Does Swami belongs to us? Yes. Is Swami our Lord? Yes. Then you pray. Why do we say you belong to us, Swami? Just to emphasize, remind ourselves that we are him are related. That he is ours. That is a kind of bhakti. In our bhakti, I belong to you, I belong to you, you belong to me, I and you are one. I think we looked at that some time back. So just to develop that relationship, we're saying Gananam Tva. So from that you should understand, actually we are referring to us when we are talking to the Lord, Ganesha. When you invite somebody at home, you will say, oh, Vanga Vanga means come, come. You will say, our person has come. You belong to us, come, come. You have to come home. Okay, this home is yours because you belong to us and I belong to you. That kind of a relationship is given in this. Gananam Tva. So from that you should understand we are also Ganas. We are also Ganas. That is the meaning. Okay, so you can see what is happening here. You're calling out Ganesha, but not as a foreigner, stranger. Neither he is a stranger, nor are you a stranger. He belongs to you. You belong to us. Oh, you are our Lord. Come. That is the way we are called. That is the meaning of this word. Gananam Tva Ganapatim Havamahe. You should also understand many Sanskrit prayers are as if all of us are joining and asking. It is not I call you, we never say. We say we call you. So that itself, can you believe that? So all prayers also have to be done together with somebody. That is the way prayers are also written in Sanskrit. Okay. Yes, Brother Kumar.
Before you go further, I mean, I have to, because I had tears in my eyes, because 25 years ago, my father taught this to me. He's no more. And I've been reciting, and I have to say, I've been reciting it very carefully and correctly, because he told me you always have to recite this very carefully. So I recited. And thank you for giving me the meaning today, because sometimes, I learn Tiruvasakam and all, I try to recite and understand the meaning. But Sanskrit, I think maybe through Bhagavan, he wanted to give me, okay, here, take this meaning. All these days you're praying. And thank you. And also one more thing, I just want to add, maybe I'm wrong. When you said Ganas, maybe I'm wrong. I thought, I know he's the Lord of the Ganas. And that, like you said it actually, that he's a devotee. We are all devotee to him. But I thought all Shiva, this is my thinking, all Shiva Bhaktas are Ganas. So I just want to tell you. Sorry. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're right, brother. Everything in this world is a Gana. So people, it is, ultimately that's what it is. We should identify with the world and we should think the Lord is also ours. We should identify. So Gananam Tva Ganapatim Havamahe. So actually when we call, so every prayer we start, oh Lord, you belong to us. You are our Lord. Please come. I'm calling you. That is the meaning. Okay. So if you see, I have not given the meaning of Gana. Because as Brother Kumar said, everyone is a Shiva Gana. Everyone is a Gana of the Lord. Gana basically means a group, a category, a collection of things is Gana. Okay. Gana itself by means many people. So Ganana means all the peoples of this world. That way also you can take. I thought I will just read out one of the discourses of Swami given in 1995, I think Ganesha Chaturthi, where he has described the meaning of Gana. And that's why I didn't give a one single word meaning. So I will just read out. And then, Swami says, the Vedas proclaimed, O Ganadipa. Who are these Ganas? Are they celestial hosts or demonic beings? We'll say Buddha Ganas, like that we will say, Shiva Ganas, Buddha Ganas, like that. There are many terms which are used. They are celestial beings. The Ganas are celestial beings. Where are they? Are they wandering in the external world, or are they present subtly in human beings? Are they outside of us, or are they inside us? Vigneshwara is called Ganadipati because he is the supreme lord of the Ganas. The ganas are the embodiment of the jnanendriyas, organs of perception, and karmendriyas, organs of action. The mind is the master of these 10 senses. The presiding deity of the mind is called Indra, as he is the lord of the Indriyas, the senses. Actually, I'm just going to correct this. This is the way I just copied it from the H should not be there because otherwise we'll continue. Okay. The mind is the master of the 10 senses. The presiding deity of the mind is called Indra, as he is the lord of the Indriyas, all the senses. The master over the mind is the Buddhi. Buddhi is the master of the mind. What does the name Ganapati signifies? Ga means Buddhi, Na means Vijnana, wisdom. As Vigneshwara is the lord of the intellect and wisdom, he is called Ganapati. It follows from this that what are called ganas are parts of the human body. The Vyakti, individual, is a part of Shrishti, creation. Hence, divinity, of which the cosmos is a projection, is immanent in the human being. So what is outside is also present in us. That's what it is. So when we say Ganapati, he is the lord of us. He is the lord of our buddhi. He is lord of, that way also you can say, internally also. Externally also we can see everything in this creation is ganas, and you are the lord. You belong to us and we belong to you, and you are our lord. So that's the way the Ganapati is itself. Because we should understand Ganapati is how he came to be. That's a story of Parvati taking the turmeric in her body and making a foam and giving life. The same way God has created us also. Using all the material in this world, our body is formed. So Ganapati is actually a symbol of we, us also. But he's the Lord, the Atman. So you call out to the Atman. So that's the meaning of Ganas. I thought, might as well take, wherever possible, I want to provide the meaning which Swami has given. There are many discourses, I just picked one. So that is the meaning of Gana, and now you know who Ganapati is and how we call out to him. So we'll go to the next word. So Gananam Tva, O Lord, who is ours, you who belongs to us. Ganapatim, you are the Lord of all of us who are Ganas. Havamahe, we are calling out to you. We are calling you. We are invoking you. I have given the word invoking, offer. All these meanings, Havan. Many people say Havan means they will say you offer something in the fire. No, you call out for the Lord to be appearing in the fire. And then you offer something to him. All that, the entire puja is called Hava. It's not only calling, it's just like when you invite somebody, you bring them in, you serve, you invite. You can say the word invite is better. When they invite, you give them something, offer something to drink or eat. That whole process is Havamahe. Okay, you can say entertain. Okay, if you want. The next word is Kavim. So Kavim again is an object, but Kavi is the simple noun. Kavim means, and the Kavinyanai in Tamil we will say. Okay. Kavinam. So Kavim, Kavinam means of the Kavis, belonging to all the Kavis. I see. Belonging to. I should put all the Kavis. Okay. Sorry. Kavinam. So you are the poet of all the poets in the world. You are the poet, belonging to all the poets. Okay, like he's the Ganadhipati, he's also Gana who belongs to all the Ganas, and he is the Gana. But all the people who know, will come to the meaning of Kavi. I have not given the meaning of Kavi also. Kavi is generally considered poet who can create poetry, or who can write poetry, or who can write prose also. Upama. So the Kavinam Upamashravastamam. All these words, Kavinam Upamashravastamam. Kavinam Upamashravastamam. All that is combined in this word, which is what we call samasa, compound word. 4 words are coming together to form that one word. Okay. Upama means highest. Shravas, I've used the word renown or fame. Shravas also means that which flows, that which oozes out. Okay. Tamam means, the word tama is always added to make something superlative. Like in English, we apply est, best, most, good, better, best. Okay, or more, most. Okay, so highest, high, higher, highest. So highest, the est, it makes it the superlative, the best. That is the use of tamam. In Sanskrit, always tama is used to denote that something which is the best, the most superior. Okay, superlative. So I've just given the meaning. So you are Kavi, you belong to all the Kavis. Upama Shravas Tamam. So you are the highest who is well known. That's the meaning which everywhere given. So I have just given that. But you also can look at, you are the one who makes that the most best thing flow out of you. Because the best grace flows out of Ganesha. Okay. This love, his grace, everything from him flows out. So you are the one who is able to bestow on us the best grace. That also you can take as meaning. Upama Shravastama. Okay, Kavim Kavinam Upama Shravastama. Okay. So for the word Kavi also, I have taken another discourse of Swami. Why are we calling Ganesha a poet? Okay. So I thought I will take one discourse of Swami and then go over that. Just to show, how Swami's discourses are all, embedded with so much, and that, for us to learn everywhere, we have to go everywhere and learn. But Swami has packed everything and given to us in one discourse, in one paragraph. Actually, Swami's Telugu is slightly more elaborate, but this is the English translation. I have taken it, and I have also added, as you can see, these are all my additions. I have added the Sanskrit words in the discourse excerpt. I will just read out. The poet is called in the scriptures Kavi, a word which also means mantra drashta. Okay, mantra means mantras, drashta means one who can see. Okay, he who is able to visualize essential spiritual formulae in his intuitive moments. Mantra drashta means a rishi who is able to see the Lord, perceive the Lord as mantra, and they give the formula to us. If somebody saw experience Shiva and then they said this is Shiva and they gave a name, that they are all called mantra drashtas. Okay. The Bhagavad Gita describes the Lord as Kavi. Krishna is telling God is Kavi. Okay. What is that? The Kavi or poet is aware of the past, the present, and the future. So his all-knowing person is called Kavi. Trikala Jnani. Trikala Jnani. Okay, this is the transliteration. Trikala Jnani, one who knows all the three time zones. He transcends time. He can dip into the past, roam in the present, and peep into the future. For he has sharper vision than ordinary men. Hence he is called Sarvajna. Sarvajna means the all-knowing. Kranta Darshi. That's another Sanskrit term. Kranta Darshi. He who sees the step which has to be taken next. He who is always in advance of current opinion or attitudes. So he is forward looking. Krantadarshi. He knows the path, the next step. This is the, so this Krantadarshi, just to give you, Adi Shankaracharya, when he does commentary of the Bhagavad Gita, he is using the word Kavi is Krantadarshi in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. So you can imagine Swami, every sentence of him is just taking from different places and giving to us the essence of a word. Krantadarshi, that is something which Adi Shankara has used in his commentary of the Bhagavad Gita. Kavi Krantadarshi. Okay. So Kavi is someone who is all-knowing, knows the past, present, and future. He knows everything, and he also knows what is to be done in the future, how the future is unfolding. Also, he knows. That person is Kavi. The Lord is the poet, and his poem is all this. What is the Lord's poem? This entire creation is his. It is his poem which this world or this creation is. Okay, so the creator is the real Kavi. Just the way a poet creates a poetry, God has created this world which is nothing but poetry, the way Swami is saying. Poets share the divine quality of knowing and recognizing the next step. The Lord as Kavi is also Purana, ancient, primeval. He is characterized also as Anushasitaram. Anushasitaram, the lawgiver who lays down the lines and limits. So if we go to Bhagavad Gita, I think it's chapter 8, I think that's a verse. Kavim, I've taken it from there. Kavim Purana Manushasitaram. This is in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, a Kavi is one who is Purana, who is ancient. Ancient means he is the one who first came into being. He is older, ancient than anything else in this world. Only then you will know what has been in the past. That person has been present from the time of creation or before that. That is Kavim, Puranam, Anushasitaram. He is the one who lays down how things should be done. Because Kavi is the one who will tell the world how to live our life. Poetry that's the purpose of poetry. How to deal with the world, how to live in this world in the most positive way. Such a person is Kavi. Kavim Purana Manushasitaram. So I thought I will just bring that also here, because there are dictionaries. If you can look, there will be some meaning of Kavi. But this is to explain to you what Swami has mentioned, so we can learn the Sanskrit terms which Swami has used, and also read and understand. Okay. I think the other word should be pretty clear. I think maybe I didn't spend much time on the Kala. Three means three. Kala, time. Jnani is one who knows. Trikala Jnani. Mantra, drashta. Drashta means to see. Okay, one who sees is drashta, mantra drashta. Kranta darshi. Kranta means path. Darshi means who shows, one who points out. There are other words, margadarshi, like that. There one who will show the path. What step you have to take next, he will show. That's why he's called Anushasitar. He will say, this is your next step, take that step. So, okay, that's Krantadarshi. He knows and he will show the way. Such a person is Kavi. Okay. We'll go back again. Okay. To the verse. Kavim kavinam upama shravastamam. So among such Kavis, already Rishis are Kavis, because they can see the mantra, they have laid down the Shastras for us to follow. You are their own Kavi. You have created them. You know much more than them. You are the one who shows them and they show us the way. And that is what it says. So you are telling Ganesha, see, we know the all-knowing Lord who belongs to us. And we are calling out to you. So you can say, in simple word, Gananam tva Ganapatim Kavim Kavinam Upamashra Vastamam Havamahe. We are calling out to Lord who belongs to us, who belongs to the Ganas, who are the Lord of all the Ganas. You are the Kavi, the poet who has created this entire world. And all the great rishis, for them, you are the one who is bestowing all the grace, the best grace to all of them. Kavinam upamashravastam, but you are the best among all of them. To whom such a Lord we are calling. Havamahe. Okay, that is the first sentence. The second sentence, I have given it in one, I will go over word by word. First one is Jeshtha Rajam. Jeshtha means eldest, foremost, topmost, highest, all that is Jeshtha. If the oldest child means they will say Jeshtha Putran or Jeshtha Putri, means oldest son, oldest, Jeshtha, senior most. Okay. Rajam, I have put the word king. There are many words which we can go on. So foremost king means you are the one who rules the entire world. If there are kings and emperors, you are beyond all of them. You are the king of kings. Okay. Jeshta Raja. That means you are the one who is ruling this entire world, not others. Brahmanam. Brahmanam means those who know Brahma. Brahmana, I'm a Brahmin. People say he's a Brahmana. A Brahmana who is one who has come to know who is Brahma. If you look at the word Gana, na means knowledge, wisdom. So Brahma na means one who has Brahman, wisdom of the Brahman. Who knows Brahman is Brahmana. Okay. So Brahmana, among all those Brahmana, so all the people who know the Brahman. Okay. So you are the king of all the people who know Brahman. Again, Brahmana may also, again, the same thing like Gananam. I use the word among. You belong to all those people who know Brahman. Okay. This among, I have just put, for English sake, I have put it down. Brahmanaspata. Okay. Actually, it should be Brahmanaspate. Because of Sandhi, it has become Brahmanaspata. That means Brahmana Pati means you are the Lord. Lord of all the Brahmanas. Pate means you are calling out somebody. Hey Rama, Vanaspate. Okay, you're calling, oh Lord of the Brahmanas. Okay. Means it is an expression. It's an expression actually. It can mean many things. But it also means exclamation. It can be a stress of something. Okay, everyone shouts ah. If it's in pain also they will shout ah. When you call out also will say ah means it's emphasis. Brahmanaspata ah. Oh Lord, oh Lord, something like that you can say. Naha means to us. This naha has multiple meaning. In this case, naha means to us. Shrinvan. Shrinvan means listening. We called out no. Now we are asking listen. Okay, listen. Utibihi. Utibihi means with lots, actually it's plural. Okay, with lots of love. Okay, with lots of kindness. In many ways. Be kind to us in many ways. Okay, something like that. Kindness of many kinds is utibihi. So with that, okay, see the means sit down, settle down, okay, be here. Sadhanam, actually sadhanam is the word. Sadhanam and sadhanam are same. It means home. So basically what are we telling Ganesha? We are called him out. Then we are saying you are the king of kings, you are the lord of all the brahmanas. Okay, listen to our call. Shrinvan, please, please, please. You can say please, 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 please. Okay, or being pleased in many ways, just settle here. So what we are doing is before you start anything, you invite the Lord and ask him to sit and settle down, so that before we do anything, we call out to the Lord. That is the meaning of this prayer. You invite the Lord and you tell him, please sit down, listen to our prayers, be kind to us, and be seated here. So this is the prayer from the Rig Veda. So next time when we chant, we should know how we should experience his power. So that is why before you do anything, you invite the Lord. Usually we keep chair for Swami. Are we inviting him before we start the program? Gananam tva ganapatim havamahe kavim kavinam upamashravastamam jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata ana shunvan nutibhisida sadhanam. So you're calling out, oh Lord, I'm calling out to you, please come and please sit. Please take a seat. Please settle down here. So this is called avahana, or you invoke the Lord, his presence where you are, whatever we are going to do. That is the purpose of this prayer. So this is from the Rig Veda, but even people who chant Yajurveda, they have made it into a Yajurveda chant. Certain modification like the Gum, Ganapati Gum, all that is. And we pray to the Lord, please come, be present. That is the prayer. So this, I thought I will cover the next one, Prano Devi, but I thought I should not rush. I think I have been given advice by anyone, don't rush. So whatever little we learn, I think if we learn it reasonably well, that will be good. And next time when we listen or whether we chant, we can imagine what we are doing with this prayer and what the Lord will do if only we ask in the right way. So those are my thoughts, and it's 55. I don't have anything else to share. I didn't prepare. I will answer. Yes, Brother Vimalesan, please go ahead.
Sairam, one or two things I would like to be clear. One is avahanam is exactly invoke, or is it I don't know. No, is it to
see, avahanam is, brother, to infuse. See, for example, whether even in a statue, you will bring down the energy.
Oh, okay.
and install it there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
That's what I wanted to know. So
yes. So
just
that's what-
invoke a little bit thought of different. So
we will discuss this in the next Prano Devi, the next mantra we will discuss next week.
Okay.
Okay, but it's basically basically the prayer is, "Oh Lord, come and be seated."
Okay. That's what I so
that is what is avahanam. You invite
okay.
and
Yeah,
for example,
that's what I thought. So when you said invoke, I wanted to be clear there. Okay. And
so
the other
invoking
thing
is two ways, brother. Invoking is
Sorry?
coming from outside.
Sorry.
Invoking, I use the word invoke because one is you invite somebody from outside,
Right.
but what is within also you have to bring out. That is also avahanam.
Okay. Right.
Okay, you expressing that is also avahanam.
Okay.
So, for example, there is in everything there is divinity. For example, kumbam, purna kumbam.
Yeah.
We keep, and you can make it Shiva, you are make it Parvati, we can make Ganesha, anything.
Right.
Is the Ganesha coming from outside, or the Ganesha who is within, we are pulling him out, so that he.
Right. Yeah. That kind of both simultaneous.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's that's generally in all this thing. Yeah. That concept. Also, I just because this is this chanting this thing, I just want to be again always the no, I'm not taking enough effort learning the Sanskrit, so I just still want to be regarding when we say say for example Tavar this. If he's the Alpa Prana Mahaprana again, that's right. So if he say the third one instead of second, or second one instead of I mean first or third instead of fourth, or fourth instead of third. So that the meaning is possibility of the meaning might change, right? In depending on.
Depending on the word, yes. Depending on the word, the meaning can change, yes.
Right. Okay. But then again, okay, then regarding the swaras, only no, they say Veda mantras, the swara is very important, and I have heard even experts say, at least well learned say that if you cannot chant with swara, don't chant, because that might cause harm instead of benefit. So swara is so important for the Veda mantras that's everyone knows. So, but I can think of just to get a little bit more understanding. The swaras, the same word. I mean, but the bhava it is related to bhava, so that way it's important. That's the only thing I understand. So, is there any other clue you have why it's important?
Very good question, brother.
Sairam, I don't know.
Yes, Aunt.
With related to Vimalasan's doubt, now that we have learned Sanskrit letters and everything, now I think we should try to read the Sanskrit Devanagari script and learn it, so that the pronunciation, the intonation, everything will be correct.
Yeah, so okay, very good questions. This is my understanding, so I will share. See, the thing is, whether it's pronunciation, the words, the swara, all of them are important. Okay, padam, matra, swara, all these are important. Until we cultivate the bhava. Until we cultivate the bhava, all these are important. It is like this, the way I understand, when we learn say car driving. the driver instructor will tell you when you make a right turn, you have to turn the steering 2.5 times. When you are doing 3-point turn, this is the way you park the car. Okay, until you learn to drive, these are very, very important. Once you have learned, you are still doing the same thing, but with a completely different understanding. So a sincere student, for example, if you want to learn to cook, a nice dish you have eaten somewhere, you need to know how this dish is to be cooked. So you will write down the recipe, what is the process, then you will first master it. You'll measure every ingredient and put it, it's 100 grams, 200 grams, like that. And you cook and cook and cook. After about 5 to 10 years, you become so good that you don't need the measurement. You just know this is it. Until you come to that point, you have to follow the recipe. So as Brother Vimalishan said, yes, the swara, the pada, the name, everything is actually an expression of the bhava. It is like, if an actor is acting in a film, the director will say, okay, raise your voice and say this word. Because the emotion is not coming to the actor, they will say your voice has to rise up and then it has to come down, or something like that. So the person will mechanically do that until that feeling comes up. The person will do the same thing afterwards also, but until they learn the bhava, this is important. After they learn the bhava also, they will say the same way, but they will say it with much more beauty and appropriateness. Until then, people will be, oh, this is the way you do things. Yes, we have to follow the niyama, nishtha, that's why anushtana. So until we get to that point, we have to learn and we have to perfect. That attempt to perfect itself will give us the bhava. The attempt to perfect itself will give us the bhava because we want to offer the best. So I think don't worry about what you don't know, but whatever we know, we should do it well. And we should always seek to find out what is the right way to do. And when you don't know, don't be worried, pray. But always we should never give up the effort to improve. Continuous improvement is important. And hopefully that continuous improvement will give us the right feeling. And then it is both go together afterwards. One will help, bhava will help the swara, swara will help the bhava. That is my understanding. Until then, we need to learn, at least mechanically, and chant it. This is my understanding. And because swara, as Brother Kamala said, whatever words you use, the tone, the pitch, how you say the word also affects the other person. Yeah. Like if you say come here, come here, come here, everything is different. Yeah. Okay. But actually, what did I express? Express the feeling. Yeah. But I have given accent, the tone, the speed, everything is changed. So this is what it is.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Saira. Yes, Sister Ananthi, you have a question.
Sairam, brother, in the second line, when we chant, we always chant Brahmanam and Brahmanaspada. But when you spell it out, you pronunciated Brahman. Or even I have noticed in some other chanters, when they chant this Brahmanam and the Brahmanaspada. So in the Jajur Veda, that's the way, currently we chant Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada. But the H is silent there, or whether what happened to that H in the Brahman?
Good question, sister. See, most people will chant, you will hear everyone chant Brahmana. M is preceding the Ha. Many people chant like that. Okay. The reason they give is this is the way it has been taught. This is the way our gurus taught. Okay. I don't want to dispute them, what they learned or their gurus. But the way it is written is Brahmana. As far as my knowledge goes, that is the way to chant. Okay. But I don't want to debate this point. The reality is we should understand the Vedas also have undergone a lot of deterioration. For example, if you you brought this topic, I will talk about it. Like Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum. Okay. It's the has become Gum. There are many people who chant it as Ganapati Gum. Okay, many people, 99% of the people chanted Ganapati Gum. Okay,
Yeah,
actually,
that's
it's
the
only
way
Anuswara.
we pronounce.
That is the way everyone chants. Okay,
Yeah.
then why is only in Yajurveda, it's not in others? Things like that can be asked. There is a school even within the Krishna Yajurveda people who will say it should be chanted as Gung, Ganapading, Ganapadigng. Okay, because they say it is Anuswara which has undergone some change. So you chant the Anuswara which comes after Ga. See, if you say Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, Nga. So basically, Nga is nothing but you are saying Ga with your nose closed. If you say Ga, Ga, that is Ga. So the Anuswara in the Ka Varga is nothing but Ga spoken through the nose. If you take Ga and just close your nose, you will hear the word Ga, Nga, Ga, Ga, Ga. Okay. So Ganapathing, many people, some people of the opinion, Ganapathing Havamahe. Ganapathing Havamahe. Okay. This Gum is only, actually, if you look at the original writing, they will only, the G is not even there. If you, I will go back. Here, this is the way many places it's written Gum. Okay. But in original, they will only put a half moon and a dot. A half moon and a dot is the only way it was always written. But what happens is, once somebody starts something, it changes. So the same thing, it's my humble opinion that there has been some deterioration even in the way people have been chanting. Because then you will say, what is the proof? People have done. The thing is, if you chant it with the correct pronunciation, knowledge should come to you right away. The world around you will become better. That's the proof is in the proof of the pudding is in the eating. See, if we have been doing bhajan, we have come together and singing bhajans for 10 years. We should not, there should not be any negative feelings in the center. That means what? Some sadhana which we are doing is not doing well. Then we should find out what to do. And we should change. See, for example, I will give an example. In Puttaparthi, Swami started how bhajan should be held. Swami set the example in Prashanti Nilayam. He said, you do this, do this, do this. Omkaram 721 ohms. Bhajan, you start with 3 ohms, you sing the bhajan and end the bhajan. Who has given this formula? Swami. But then we come and then we will say, okay, why don't we introduce Ashtotram also in the bhajan? Why don't we chant these shlokas in the bhajan? It's more powerful. How do we know what is powerful, what is not powerful? But we introduce things. Then after 20, 30 years, people will argue, this is the way we have done for centuries, 25 years. don't change. There are fights going on in centers. The problem is, if we have done something wrong, we need to fix it. But then this will become the standard later. And after that, children and grandchildren, they will say, this is the way bhajan should be done. The thing is, we all change. We all put our own ideas without even understanding whether it is beneficial or not. If you think, oh, I'm just saying something, I think some of you may have been part of the Dharma Vayani study circle, in which Swami is saying, in the morning, a Brahmana is supposed to do Sandhya Vandana. Okay. Now, many people say, oh, let's leave the Sandhya Vandanam and do Sahasranama. And Swami calls it Adharma. Okay, Swami calls it Adharma. Why? Then you will say, oh, Sahasranama is very good. He says, the Rishis have laid down, this is the way you should start the day. Just follow it. When you become that Rishi of the same level, then you can change. You may not change. So the thing is, many of these practices, things have crept in. That is how Vedas have lost. That is the benefits of the Veda is sometimes not realized. So I think it is our constant, sometimes when you go and say, this is the way it should be chanted, they will say, no, our people have said, I think maybe we can discuss this Brahmana, that's, I think in one of the classes I covered this. Because in a Pratishakya, in Yajurveda Pratishakya, which is the text which tells how things should be chanted, pronounced, and so on. There's one, maybe a next class I will discuss. I already discussed it slightly. I still go by whatever is written, that's the way I write. And it seems to have benefited, that's all I would say. I don't want to argue with other experts. They will say, this is the way our gurus have chanted, we have Guru Bhakti and we will chant. Which is fine, which is, if they are doing it with sincerity, God will always help. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. If things have improved, then we are doing the right sadhana. If not, you go to the experts, find out what is the right sadhana and do it. And in our case, Swami is the expert. That's why I go with it as much as possible. That's I hope, I don't know whether Sister Anandi, I answered your question.
Thank you so much.
No, we can't hear you, sister.
Thank you so much. I got more and more clarification on this one. But only one thing, now I learned that there are so many different, maybe school of thoughts or maybe school of things for even the Veda chanting. We follow the Yajurveda.
Krishna Yajurveda. Krishna Yajurveda.
Oh, Krishna Yajurveda. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Sister Aruna, you have a question.
Hi, Ram, brother. Before me, there was a question posted in the chat by Sister Kalyani.
I saw the question. I will come back to it. She's asking about Vahanam and Avahanam.
Yes.
Okay, so that I will cover it in the next class. Because some of this, I don't want to speak off the top of my head. And then I will bring it and then discuss that. Avahanam and Vahanam, she asked.
Okay.
They are related, but they are, yes.
Brother, I just wanted to let you know by giving the explanation of Ganapati Prarthana. What I understand is that a regular Thevaram, we always say, God, I will give you this, grant us all this and that. But Vedic mantras are very nice. We praise them and ask to come and reside within us in the home. So that is something, a big thing is differentiating with the regular Veda, and that I would like to share. That's a very nice explanation. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram, Sister Sai.
Sai Ram, I don't know. I
Yes,
have
sir.
a question.
Yeah,
Shruti, the book Shruti, does it follow the Yajur?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sai Ram.
Sister Anita, you have a question.
Saigon, brother. Thank you very much, first of all, for explaining the meaning of the mantra, and it's easy to visualize and say the mantra. It really, really helps us. I appreciate that. My question to you is that is there like prescribed timing for mantrocharan? I know I do it in the morning and at night, but I just wanted to know that is there a specific time or optimal time or something?
The thing is, sister, the way I understand is that morning is the best time to chant, but Vedic mantras can be chanted at other times as well. Swami says there is, it can be chanted anywhere by anyone. That's, he has said, but he has given the qualification for that. He says, Suddhi is necessary. That is cleanliness. Cleanliness from a physical perspective, the place where we are reciting it, and also in our mind. Also, there should be no negative feelings of any kind. So these are the only prerequisites for chanting mantras. But the effectiveness, as Swami has explained, is much better when you do during the Sandhya, which is morning or evening. The effect is much more, and it is better that we do not miss those opportunities. At other times also it can be chanted at any time, but cleanliness inside and outside is important. And that's it. That's my understanding, sister.
So
Swami has covered it in some discourses. Yes, please.
Sorry. So morning Sandhya, is that the 3:30 to 4:30 time, or is it?
Yeah, Brahma Muhurta. Swami has given, it is 2 hours before sunrise and 2 hours after sunrise.
Right.
2 hours
So
before sunset and 2 hours after sunset. These two are Sattvic periods, and they give the best effect. Brahma Muhurtam, among all this, Brahma Muhurtam, which is an hour before sunrise, is the best time for maximum benefit. These are Swami's words.
And is there every mantra, like some mantra is for health, some mantra is for, is there purpose of this mantra, or we just our salutations to Lord Ganesha?
See, the thing is, with this mantra you can achieve anything. But having Ganesha with us is much more important, much better than having health. Having Ganesha with us is much better than having wealth.
Of course.
So, but can he give health and wealth? Of course. I think some of these mantras are universal mantras. Because Ganesha, you invite him. See, he is going to show you the next step. Kaving Kavinam Upamashta means he's going to tell us what we should do. He's going to show the way. He will be the support. So I think Swami would encourage that all prayers should not be, as Swami says, kamyartha, means some desire, to fulfill a desire. We should not go after that, because don't ask God for coffee powder, as Swami says.
Yeah, I get it. No, the reason I was asking is, when I was reciting Mahamrityunjay mantra, and some people point like, you cannot certain times and stuff, like people have these preconceptions for mantras, that's why I was confused.
Whatever appeals to your heart, you can do, sister.
Yeah, okay. That's the power of the Vedic mantras. That's great to know that, shouldn't have that in our mind, any doubts, like if I should or if I shouldn't.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, see, personal sadhana is fine. But when we chant in public, there are certain rules which we have to follow.
Okay.
So what I mentioned about heart and our sadhana is at a personal level, individual sadhana. But when we come as a group and do sadhana, there are rules which we have to better we follow.
Makes sense.
So there are times when we should not chant, because the thing is, if I am chanting a mantra out loud, if there are people who are listening and if they are not in the right frame of mind, it may harm them.
Yeah.
Okay, it is like electricity. If I am working myself, I can put all the necessary, insulation and work on it. But if I am working with electricity, if somebody who is not insulated enough, and if they touch me,
Right, they'll
they
get a
can get
shock.
electrocuted.
Got it, got it.
So
Thank
this is the
you.
belief. So we should not chant many things willy-nilly in public, because we do not know what the other state of mind of other people are.
True, true.
So we may, it's like, lighting a fire when there are things which are, which can catch fire around, it's a problem. That is the reason, sister. But what I said, anytime, anywhere, is for individual personal sadhana. In public sadhana, things are slightly different. That's my understanding.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
See,
Saira.
I will tell you, Swami has told, for example, Rudram, everyone should learn. Everyone should learn and chant. But when there is Atirudra Mahayajnam going, everyone was tested personally by Swami to ensure that they chant well. Because you are chanting in public.
Exactly.
So there is certain rigorousness is necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Sai.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Saira.
welcome, sister. Yes, Brother Dasan, you have a question. You have to unmute, brother.
Yeah, when we chanting the mantras or singing bhajan, but in whatever you said in public places, you have to practice more and you have to do that one. But when you are learning time, you can chant, even you can make mistake. Even when I've seen all the pandit, they ask Lord Ganesha, and if they have made any mistake, because they are not like Lord Ganesha, they may make mistake. They ask forgiveness. If you are chanting any mistake, if you have done any pujas in proper way, because they don't have the proper knowledge like compared to Lord Ganesha. So if we take even Ratnakara, doesn't know even say one word Rama, and he chant in a different word. Then eventually he became a Valmiki. So whatever you said, we have to have the devotion and the bhakti, bhava, then it will take us to the right place. That's my understanding, brother. Thank you.
Yes, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Sai. There any more question? Oh, I think, okay, this one I will address. Sadhanam and sadhanam both mean the same thing, or is there a slight difference? I think that's the question. So that's for today, so I will deal with that. Anushasitam, would you also break down Anushasitam? Okay. Vahanam. So I will leave the Vahanam question. I will address the Anushasitam and Sadhanam. So we will Sadhanam is the common word which you all use, and in Sanskrit, see that we should understand that many of the words evolve from one original word. So sadhanam is actually some word which has come from sadhana. So for example, in Sanskrit, that which is derived from sadhanam is sadhana. Okay, that which is derived from sadhanam is sadhana. Or for example, if you take Pandu, oh no, that's wrong. Okay, Janaka. Let's say words, but Janaka is the name of a king. His daughter is called Janaki. Means she came from him. Like Kuru and Kauravas. So there are many words like that. Shiva and Shaiva. These are all derived from that original word. So Sadhanam is the original word, and Sadhanam which comes from that word. So you can say house is house. A small house within the house is your seat. So sadhanam is considered a seat. So that one person can sit. That is a home for that person. So sadhanam has that kind of a meaning. It's related to sadhanam, which is house. So this is my understanding. So you can use them as synonymous, like Vasudeva and Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the father's name. Vasudeva is Krishna, who is the son of Vasudeva. Okay, so va becomes va, so that means child. So whatever is derived from a word, the first letter becomes elongated. Okay, so sadhanam and sadhanam. That is my understanding of sadhanam and
So
sadhanam.
sadhanam, in the usual way we use in Tamil, is not related to this.
Yeah, it has sort of in Tamil we have used Sanskrit words, but they have taken on slightly different meanings, which is what it has happened even in Sanskrit, classical Sanskrit also, brother. Sadhanam means any implement also we use, I think, no, sadhanam.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then the next question she asked was Anushasita. So Shasana means to declare a rule, a law. If the king proclaims something, that becomes Sashanam. Okay. Anushasana, from the original declaration, whatever follows is called Anushasana. So Anushasana means if you, for example, a law is brought in a bill is brought in the parliament. So they will say this is the company's law or something like that. That's the first statement. So they declared that this is the law. Everything underneath that is Anushasana. All the clauses, every single thing which underlies that is called Anu. Anu means that follows. If somebody goes in front, if whoever follows becomes that whole party. So Anushasana means if you take a law and then break it down into activities which one has to perform, that becomes Anushasana. So most of the Shastras are like that. You have to speak, you have to uphold dharma. Okay, that is the Shasana. Then how do we uphold dharma? Every single step becomes Anushasana. That's sub clauses, if you want to put it that way. And this is my understanding of Anushasana. And one who does that is Anushasana. One who gives that explanation of what is to be done is the person Anushasita. Or Drupada and Draupadi. So there are many examples. Okay.
Brother, let's chant and conclude. Right, chant the whole mantra, please.
Okay.
And then we conclude the class. I think
Okay, thank you very much. It's already past 10:30, but okay, I will.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I will chant it slowly.
Yes, please. Yes.
Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kabinamupamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatha Anashrinvannoti Bisida Sadhanam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam everyone.